2004, Ivan Yarygin, one of the toughest tournaments around, and Cael Sanderson in the blue taking on Adam Saitiev in the red. Sanderson would go on to win the Olympics this year in 2004, and Saitiev was the former Olympic champion in 2000. He also won the Worlds a couple of times. Cael was world silver medalist in 03. Saitiev, man, gets in trouble there. Cael Sanderson, really nice gut wrench, and then gets exposure as well. Goes up 3-0. I actually believe that the way they scored that was an ankle pick, so an exposure, just kind of a 2-point move. So it was 2 points for Sanderson, even though it looked like 1 and 2. It was, in fairness, happening behind a few other people that are out on the mat, but man, a couple of legends just out here scrapping in 04. Saitiev, that Russian lean, and Sanderson is classic high pace, high volume attacks. So good at that ankle pick, and Sanderson warned for staying in the zone, warned for passivity, and probably wouldn't see Sanderson warned for that in a lot of venues, but here at the Yarygin, they're going to warn you if you're not from the neighborhood. Minute 40 left. First period, Sanderson with that 2-0 lead, looking very solid thus far, and he's in on another low-level attack. Saitiev trying to defend, trying to pull Sanderson's wrist off of that attack, and Sanderson really wants to finish this takedown. Saitiev maybe looking for exposure, and the official keeping a close eye on that knee. And they're going to come back up to their feet. Really good lateral motion there from Cael, and Saitiev takes him to the zone again. He knows he got that passivity call once. He may be looking to get that again. Sanderson, though, gets it in a shot, low-level attack. Again now extended a little bit. Locked on the single, and camera work, I'll give it a D- for that little sequence, but that's okay. This is a legendary match that we get to look at, and it's 2-0 for Cael. 40 seconds left, first period, and caution in 1 offered for passivity. Cael a little confused. I'm a little confused too, but that is the way it goes sometimes. Hand fight on the edge, goes out of bounds, and now Cael getting warned again. Appears that caution was not confirmed, so Sanderson still leads 2-0, but you can tell the officials are interested in hitting Cael for passivity, and now he's offering that again. Cael frustrated again, and he's just wrestling in that hand fight, but trying to hit him with passivity, and this time that point does go on the board. So eventually that caution in 1 was confirmed, and time's going to run out in the first period. So Saitiev gets a little bit of a mystery point. I mean, we know why they called it, but it really didn't feel too much like an authentic passivity call. Nevertheless, Saitiev moves within a point. Sanderson single leg attempt, trying to come out the back door. Saitiev pinching the legs. Saitiev gets his feet back down on the mat. Trying to get separation here. Saitiev trying to run around to the opposite side. Digs in. Short offense here for Saitiev, and he comes around behind, gets an exposure. It's going to be 2 points. He's going to take a 3-2 lead. Good wrestling sequence there from Saitiev. Sanderson's got a, looks like he's finding things on the mat. I don't know what that is there. About 2 minutes left to go in this second period. Saitiev now with the 3-2 lead. Sanderson looks for that ankle pick. Saitiev steps out of it. Sanderson now trying to work from short offense and collect that leg.
Nice.
Sanderson gets in on that leg one more time, that low single. Trying to pull it in. Saitiev grabbing hold of Sanderson's ankle. And fresh start here. As we've seen throughout Saitiev's career, he does occasionally get the benefit of some calls that don't make a ton of sense, and that probably was the case with that passivity in the first. That's why he has the lead. Little over a minute left in the match. Sanderson reaches again for that ankle pick.
Cael actually looked tired, man.
Snap there from Saitiev, and Cael in the zone. They're going to warn for passivity again, and Saitiev will get choice. And so he's going to go parterre. Going to try to work from a parterre position to earn a turn. Cael dropped down a little too soon for the officials' liking, but now he got a clean start. This forced parterre gets brought up pretty quickly here, and Sanderson fighting a ton of adversity, wrestling in a tough building against a tough legendary opponent, and the officials not giving him any help either. Bad news is this video file gets cut off, so we don't get to see the end of one of the most legendary matchups in the modern era. Sanderson would go on to push it to overtime and then get a takedown in overtime to win. Incredible win for Cael over Adam Saitiev in a tough environment.